This is our shed, and now our home, and soon to be our dream home. Hi, we are Luke and Holly, along with our little English bulldog Reggie and our 2 kids. We'll be transforming this plot that we've bought in the South Downs National Park in the south of England. Whilst we took on what essentially was an old potting shed stable block, we will be knocking that down and building a completely new build house on the middle of this plot. Bringing up our kids in the city, we decided that perhaps this was, not what we wanted to do. We wanted them to be free, to be outside, to have the freedom to breathe in that fresh air. And this spot is just perfect. There's space, there's nature, everything around us. In the beauty of the South Downs, we have walks from our doorstep. In our back garden, we're straight onto the South Downs National Park. So this plot in particular came about after many years of trying to find something for us as a family. And although we are in a very idyllic spot, it makes it really tricky with planning. And we wanted to share with you along the way of our journey to build this dream house, the ups and downs of planning in some tricky areas of the UK. We've had planning designs that were refused, and then we've gone back and finally have an approval. We'd love to share that with you. But along the way, we'll show you what was on our radar a bit originally, what was refused, what was allowed, and what we've come to finally. This is our approved plans, and you can see from this site map the new dwelling, but on there is where our existing stable block is, the potting shed, right in the corner of the plot. So we're actually going to move the house now into a bit more of a central part of the plot. We maybe took on a little too much with the plot. It's not huge, it's just under 2 acres, but it's enough for us to try and manage. But what we didn't really realise at the start was this plot sadly is riddled with loads of ash dieback disease. So all these trees we had to cut down, so much dead stuff like ivy just taking over. So we've ended up having to cut down a lot of trees. We are in time going to replace them and hopefully get to the point where this woodland is totally revitalised and it will be amazing. But in the meantime, we've been clearing out the woods. And on the plot, there are quite a few outbuildings, several of them that are pretty much derelict and pretty poor state. And we've got some exciting plans to transform them. We've already transformed the old greenhouse with its new wood cladding, new glass, cleaned up and now fully functioning, growing vegetables. But we're excited to reveal some of these plans. And whilst we're living in the old original stable block, the potting shed, it has had its freezing cold winters, no heating, no insulation. We've been sitting around a fire, many bonfires in the winter. So to start our build this spring is just amazing news. Not only is this a house build, a self-build, there's loads of things that we've been learning along the way in the garden as well. So it's really exciting with the plot, what we've got. And we'll share with you along the way how we've gone about the build, what we're going to do with the garden and the land. Perhaps we'll have some animals and chickens along the way as well to fill up the space. But do follow us along. Thanks for being here and like and subscribe.